too bad. I build a big barbecue and stuff at home and a spit, so we'll have a few good times around that, I guess, and they'll be able to relax a little bit before we kick off again. And I think that's pretty important too. I don't know about other guys, but I know that after I've been in a contest, and especially when you lose, even more so when you win, you've got to. And I think that's a problem with some bodyboarders is they don't let themselves relax and just kind of get away from it before they hit it again.
Yeah.
And I think that's pretty important for me anyway. It's just like
a little recharge. All right, look at that. Looks like we do have the heat results. But look at these waves. Big waves coming in out the back.
This swell's picking up for sure. That wind's playing a little bit of havoc with it. So I guess you'd probably want the waves to come through a little bit deeper on the reef so that doesn't hit that Mr. Lippy. Obviously, the heat hasn't started. How frustrating for these guys. But those waves are pretty average anyway. So, but I think, Mitch got second. He done that big invert that he caught. I think we're going to get a replay of earlier. But what a good heat that was, that last one.
Unbelievable. What the current, there's only been one event. Jeff Hubbard won the pipe challenge.
Here we go.
And
Mitch,
here's another look at Mitch Rollins.
Nice drawn out bottom end turn, looking for that, eyeing that section off big time. Hits it perfectly. Nice tweak. Look at the tweak on that.
Unbelievable.
It's amazing. Pulls the legs up and falls down. That was insane. And yeah, you'll be stoked with that. So, a few shots in that one. DPSs.
Check this out. We do have the next heat coming up, ready to rock and roll. This is out in the water, standing by in the red jersey, Chad Jackson. In white, Sacha Specker, and in blue, Michael Novy.
Yeah.
What do you got?
I don't know. It's a bit of a mixed bag. Here we go. We've got the camera taken off. Oh, bit of tech, but we got there at the end. Nice invert, nice tweak. I think Novy's going to be pretty hard to beat out here. But saying that, Sacha Specker is just so hungry at the moment. As you see him taking off nice and deep. I like the positioning on that. If that wave was clean, it would have been great.
Looks like the conditions are starting to deteriorate just a little bit.
Yeah,
the wind's coming in from a different angle and starting to shut down some of the clean tubes we've seen throughout the morning.
Yeah, it's going to get harder out there. I think the key will be to just try and look for bowls a bit more as you get the replay here. Michael Novy, nice and deep. He's on that back peak coming around. This is Novy. Nice clean invert. Good score, good wave, good way to start the heat. He'll be stoked with that.
Now it's time to rethink that strategy, looking for a deep barrel with the end maneuvers. It might come down to, it looked like some of the barrels are starting to shut down.
Yeah, you might be better off maybe looking for more of a peakier wave that hits the back part of the reef and doesn't go all the way to the end of the reef, because I think by the time it hits right up the end, it starts getting a bit wafery, a bit fluffy. So, I don't know. I think that like that one Novy got was just a nice deep nugget that broke on the inside and the deep part of the reef, and then at least they got the shoulders so you can do the moves, and you probably won't get your like 9s, but you'll clock up your 7s kind of thing on that. And I think now if you can get a couple of 7s, you're going to be in the money.
All right, Kingy, check it out. Little lull in the action. We'll be back right after this. Once again, welcome to the 2012 IBA Box Pro, brought to you by our friends at Reflex Wetsuits, Freedom Fins, Bodyboard King, Slicks and Decks, Riptide, and our media partners, YouTube and IINet. My name is Mandy V, and in the hot seat with me is Damian King. So, Kingy, conditions. How bummed are these guys watching Perfect Box all morning long? Their heat is up, and now they're in the water dealing with some different conditions.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying. I'm in the 8 feet, so like I've been.
Oh no.
So yeah, it's pretty annoying, I guess. But that's life, really, isn't it? So it can't be any worse than what happened yesterday. Yesterday it just blew like 40 knots straight onshore, so it's a lot better than that. So, as you see, there's the man, Ryan Hardy. Fit and focused, looking strong out there this morning.
What's it like hanging out at the commentators area? I mean,
Red
the
Nut.
competitors area. I'll cruise in there, but just for a short time. What's the atmosphere and the vibe like over there?
It's pretty chilled out, eh? Everyone's just kind of cruising, and it's not like, I don't know, it's not really that cutthroat in there or anything like that. It's everyone's pretty cruisy and just kind of watching the heats, listening to this amazing commentary that's going down. You see the rider in red? Oh, that's not what you want to be on. Chatty, I'm surprised Chad went that actually. He's a local boy, and he might be just trying to get a couple under his belt early.
30-minute heats, 3-man heats out in the water. Top 2 riders advancing, and only one will be knocked out. And huge upset in the last heat. Mitch Rollins and Mark McCarthy taking out the number 1 riders right now, Jeff Hubbard. So Jeff Hubbard now going to sit back and watch the rest of the event unfold in front of his eyes. Mitch looking good, Mark McCarthy looking good, and they're both pumped. But Jeff Hubbard.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Jeff couldn't be. It's a long year. Oh, look at Jeff walking up there. He's packing a bit of artillery. For a skinny,
I wasn't gonna go there, but hey,
for a skinny bloke. But yeah, like he can't be too spewing.
Sorry. Everybody was watching, but nobody wanted to say anything.
I
But
might
leave
have
it to Kingy.
He was going to stay at my house, but I might keep him away from that. I don't want him coming out of the shower with a short towel on around me missus.
All right, sorry.
I might find my bags out the front, so I might have to keep an eye on that. Sorry, Jeff. No vacancies. But yeah, no. Look, I think that what are we talking about? I don't even know now. Got a bit disturbing, didn't it?
All right. So when Hubbard goes out in the heat, back to the action. Let's get serious for a
All
second.
right, let's switch back on. Okay, so Chad Jackson getting a little head dip thing. I didn't really see the start of that, but we might get a replay on it. As you see, Specker, nice clean roll. Guys are probably just kind of toning down their benchmark a little bit. Just obviously the averages. Oh, actually, I probably shouldn't say that. We just had a really high scoring heat, but the averages have probably dropped now because of the conditions. But it looks like the wind's backed off. That's what this place does. It just it's a bit windy for one heat, and then it goes glassy as we get a replay. This is his first one of Chad's. Yeah, it was just a pretty crappy wave, really. You can only do so much with waves like that. As Whitey's trying to duck and weave and get out of the zone. Oh, look at him. Good ducking there, Chris. And then as you see, Sacha Specker punch a nice roll out through the front. I guess these guys are just looking for something under their boat.
All right, so woo, great action with the reflex replay, and Sacha Specker out in the heat right now in the white jersey. So Sacha, he's actually the hired IBA World Tour photographer, but you know what? He's thrown his towel into the contest arena, and he's out there competing, and he's got his eye on the prize.
I know, he's a man of many talents, isn't he? He's the photographer. He won the drop knee contest in Hawaii,
yep.
And he rips on drop knee too. And now he and even the other day in the trials, he made it all through the trials. He's doing the hard yards. Now he's getting right up there in this main event. Good on him, mate. I'm stoked for him. He's a legend, and it's just good. He's a real worker, I reckon, Sacha Specker, and it's good to see people like that. The dividends pay for him every now and again, and yeah, it's good to see Specs. As you see, Jeff looking in semi-good spirits. That you never really know. There's always a bit of a guard up there. You'll be thinking about that one for a while. We'll take his mind off it when he comes to Port Macquarie, but yeah, disappointing for him. But then again, it kind of keeps everything open for the year, keeps things exciting. It's nothing worse than everyone just stitching the tour up at the start of the year. Makes it pretty boring. So
he's a handicapper right there, Mark
yeah,
McCarthy.
Mark McCarthy's
He
loving it
He
too.
actually won that heat. He had, if you look back on his scores, it was 7s and 8s all the way across the board.
Yeah, as I said, Mark's just got the magnet on, and the only way you'll stop a guy like that is by stopping him catching those waves. So you've really got to almost play like a game of chess with him. So he just picks them out here. He's got a fair bit of knowledge. I don't know how much time he's spent out here or what the deal is, but he's just got good wave knowledge, and obviously he rips too. But he's just on the best waves as well, which helps. as we see the scores coming in. Novy got a 6.88 for that invert. So Specker got a 6.05 for that roll. So probably the judging criteria is lowered a little bit for the conditions. And I think, oh no, sorry, Specker got a 5.05 for that roll. So yeah, well that's probably a fair score for what that is. So yeah, the guys, it's not an impacting. The sets haven't really come through like they have in the last heat, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see. There'll be bombs coming through. This swell's building. It's going to get massive over the next couple of days, and Saturday's looking really big. Could be another day like last year where a couple of riders get good ones and the rest of the field gets smashed.
So, Kingy, we are here on the west coast of Australia in the beautiful town of Margaret River.
Yeah.
What do you give us the
details? I wouldn't mind throwing a few lures around that river. But yeah, Margaret is a beautiful place. It's a bit of a hippie place. It's just a really nice atmosphere, small community. It's kind of like, I guess it's like a happy version of the North Shore in Hawaii kind of thing. A hippie version of the North Shore of Hawaii. You know, you got your wineries, and it's just a really nice place. I've ever thought, like, if there's one place I could ever move from where I live, which is God's country, it'd be Margaret River, just because it's got a chilled out atmosphere, and it's it's got good waves, and I don't know, I don't mind having a bit of a small town. Everyone kind of knows each other, and you can catch up with everyone, and it's just a nice place, nice and relaxing, and I don't know, that's a good way to spend life, I reckon. And you've seen Hardy go around the block and go up to Queensland, move to Perth, but he always comes home, comes back to Margaret River, and I'm sure that it was like a breath of fresh air as you see what even the bushfires, like the bushfires was hectic here, devastated the place. But I think bushfires are good for places over time. So, Margaret River, there's always rain here in the winter, and the country will grow back, and it'll probably be better for it. So you can see the beautiful beaches in the summer and stuff. It's just a nice place. How's these shots? Look at these shots that the boys have got.
Exactly.
Hey, this is the quality you get with these guys. You won't see that on Vimeo.
Exactly. Welcome, everybody. This is the 2012 Box Pro, brought to you by our friends here, the Reflex Wetsuits, Freedom Fins, Bodyboard King, Slicks and Decks, Riptide, and Live Action out
Here
the
we
back.
go, the rider in red. Chatty, nice big flip.
My.
That was good. So he's got points on the board, the big beard.
In the red jersey, Chad Jackson.
The Ned Kelly of bodyboarding. Do you know who Ned Kelly is?
Give it to me.
Oh, Ned Kelly's an old Australian bushranger. So he had a massive beard on him. So as we had that little documentary on Margaret River, we missed a wave, so we're going to catch up on this. Nice, clean wave, hitting the reef, good. You can see the back peak.
Michael
He's got
Novy.
Novy dropping into it. Nice vertical drop, scooping, using his legs, grabbing a rail, opting for the kick.
Nice, stays wide open.
Nice, clean barrel. There's not a lot of these out there, so if you can make this, yeah, you'll make that. That'll be a good score.
That's one of those rare ones that's creeping through in these conditions, in this heat right now. So Novy and Sacha and Chad waiting for those last scores to drop through. Here's another look at Chad Jackson's last wave.
Chatty J looking for the bowl. Hits it beautifully, really clean. Nice slow backflip, puts the landing gear down and spins out of that one. Judges will be liking both those waves. Who do you reckon's got the highest score out of both of those?
Right there, I don't know.
Can't look at the scoreboard. You got to make the call.
It was a deep barrel right there from Novy, and then you got that big maneuver from Chad Jackson. It's going to be a close call. It might be a pretty dead even score right there. So we're going to have to wait to see what the guys who are getting paid to do give it to these riders. Reflex, replay, taking a look at Sacha Specker's last wave.
Specs just hooking under the tube. That South African determination coming out in him. Looking for the pocket roll there. Didn't quite. I don't think that wave's as good as his other wave, as Novy's or Chad's wave, but it still put points on the board for him, and he should still be in front of Chad Jackson.
15 minutes, 26 seconds remaining. Looks like there could be some action out the back.
Look at that dirty wind kicking up.
There he is, dropping in, Chad Jackson. Nice big extended roll right there from Chad Jackson, but that's all he did on that wave. Not much there for him to
nice
work
clean roll. I think Chad only had the one good wave, so he's obviously just looking for a backup score. He'll probably get a bit looser now. Look for something else in his third good wave. So I guess it's, I don't know if other people at home are conscious of it, but it's all about two ways. So as a rider, you're always thinking, all right, I've had one good one and another good one. So, and I guess it's the level of the heat, whether you push that second good wave or you just go for a safety on the second wave. So if you've got a stacked heat, you'll take the gamble, and on that second good wave that you might get a good wave on, you'll push it and you might go for a flip, or you'll try something that's a little bit harder. But, in this particular heat, the winds came up and Chad's probably just thinking, just get a second score, because that's what it might come down to. That could be the difference between winning and losing. You might not need 2-8s. You might just need 2 moderate scores.
All right, Kingy, we do throw questions out coming out from the IBA World Tour Facebook. We do have a little lull real quick. So Jeffrey Swan asks, Joker 3?
Ah, Jeffrey Swan. Yeah, I'm just working on a bit of a podcast at the moment. Joker 3, don't know. We'll see how the year pans out. As I've always kind of said, you see Novy hooking under the chandelier, driving through. You can still see that Rashi coming in. He's going to push out through the front of that. Judges aren't going to be loving that just because it's, it's not a clean exit. But Novy needed a second score, and that's going to be enough to keep his. I think it'll keep him in the first position. Joker 3, yeah, I don't know. We'll see how the year pans out. I've had a funny couple of years. The last couple of years, so there'd be some interesting tales to tell in there. But you've got to kind of have the holy grail at the end, I think, just to make it all worthwhile. But I'm working on another podcast at the moment. I just wrote a pretty funny little script for it. But it's pretty hectic too, so I have to send it to my sponsors and make sure that they're happy with it, because it
on the verge of rated PG-13 and R.
It's definitely over PG, yeah. But,
all right, Kingy, another question that came down the pipe. Dan Zara asks, will you be doing the trials at every event this year?
Yeah, probably. Just because, I think that I'm leading the qualifying tour now with the win at the trials in WA.
All right.
So,
well,
yeah.
Hold that thought. We'll get back to you right now. We have Shaggy with the BodyboardKing.com interview of the winner of the last heat. Shaggy, where you at, brother?
Hey guys, I'm down here with Mark McCarthy for the Bodyboard King post-heat interview. Butty, congratulations. How good does it feel to combo the field?
Oh yeah, it's pretty amazing. Just seeing the heat draw before I paddle out it's one of those things you have to do before you die. Surf against Mitch and Jeff in one heat, it's incredible. And to come out on top, just really stoked.
You got an amazing barrel. That thing gassed you so hard. Talk us through that solid one you got now.
Yeah, I mean, I was just stoked that Mitch got the first one. The second one seemed to just put enough water on the reef so I can just drain hard and just drive as fast and went as fast as I could, and was able to get out the barrel. I was still stuck in there and it blew me out. So I was stoked that it blew as hard as it can.
Needed some windscreen wipers on your eyes to see where you're going.
No, it was good. I'm stoked there.
Yeah. Well, congratulations. A little shout out to the boys back in Richards Bay and your mum and dad.
Yeah, no, thanks. Everyone's up at probably 5 o'clock in the morning now watching. All the support, all the guys up in Sydney and Cronulla and Emerald and the boys. And thanks, guys.
Well, congratulations into non-elimination round 4.
Cheers. Yeah, I'm stoked.
Back to you guys.
All right, there's Shaggy with the BodyboardKing.com interviews of the winners of the heats. So, Kingy, we asked you about trials. Looks like you are on a good pace right now of doing them all. Another question from Enrique Matias. Bat tail or crescent tail here for the box?
I always ride a bat tail wherever I am. I just think that, and I mix it with the concave too. So the concave gives it the feel of the crescent tail, and the bat tail just gives you that speed. So I just think I don't know, it's the perfect combo kind of thing. And so yeah, it doesn't change for me. It's always poly pro and a bat tail with the concave. And I just think the two of those complement each other. If you didn't have the concave in your board, I think the bat tail would be a bit loose. But I think with the concave, it's got the bite you need in your bottom end turns, and the bat tail just has the speed. I don't know. I've tried to go back to crescent tails, but I just don't feel it's got the same speed as a bat tail does.
All right, great answer. And Port Macquarie, give us the lowdown on the event going down.
Yeah, well, if you just have a look on top of we can't get a shot of it, but there's a rainbow there, and the other side of that lands on a little place called Port Macquarie. And that's where, if you just follow the rainbow, that's where we'll be in a couple of weeks for the contest at where I think they've got a Drop Knee World Tour event, 6-star qualifying event, and a women's contest too.
I believe the women are heading over there as well. We'll double check on that, but
I might throw a wig on for that one. And and they've got the teams challenge, which is what I'm looking forward to the most. It's just an event where all the clubs around Australia, and IBA's even putting an event together, a team together. Every club around Australia fights it out against each other, and the winner takes home $5,000. So, it's good. It's just good. I reckon it's a good feeling because bodybuilding's a pretty selfish kind of sport. You're always looking out for number one kind of thing, and at least with the teams challenge, it's a team effort. So you're really getting behind your mates, and it's just good to it's just a different feel to the whole event. It's good. As we see Blue taking off. God, that wind's wreaking some real havoc. As Chad, he's just looking to punch another roll out and just, increase his last score of a... What was his... I swear Chad Jackson got a good backflip.
Yeah, we're still waiting for that score to drop.
It hasn't come through yet.
Yeah, the scores are not final. Look at this out the back. It is Sacha Specker on a nice one. Comes off the bottom straight for the lip right there. Goes for a roll and pulls it off. Not much of a barrel ride, more of a bottom turn one.
Ooh, another solid set on the outside. Look at that. Hooking into that. Just getting that on the head. That'd be fun.
All right, the ladies, yes, they're heading over to Reunion Island for the Manapani Surf Festival from April 7th through the 9th, and they will be back for the Port Macquarie Festival of Bodyboarding going down the 14th through the 23rd, so they will be on hand. So it's going to be a really exciting week in Port Macquarie.
Yeah, so the ladies going too, so shirts off.
The reflex replay.
Oh, I don't know. Here we go. I was wondering what they were replaying. Sacha Specker, nice bottom hand turn. Just starting to look for the lips a little bit more now because it's just, I don't know, it's getting a little bit... It's getting pretty bad now, let's be honest. The conditions of the onshore's kicking in. So, I don't know, from a spectator's point of view, if you're sitting at home kind of thing, you're not ever going to surf wave. Like, you're probably never going to paddle out and the box is going to be this crap. So, it's good to, like, we've had a good all morning kind of thing, but, like, you got to call a spade, and it's not good at the moment. But, saying that, it's good to watch to see what these guys can do out in these conditions because... Most people can't do anything out in these kind of conditions, and
most people wouldn't paddle out.
Yeah, most people wouldn't paddle out, and most people would go out there, and they come in and get nothing. So to see, the world's best looking, and every one of these guys who takes off on these waves, they're trying to make the best of the wave. They might they want to make the heat. So you're seeing the best guys in the world dealing with the worst conditions, which is, probably good for people at home to see. And just see how, as we see Specs looking for another roll.
Nice big roll right there from Sacha Specker. We didn't see that very beginning of that wave, but nice end right there for Sacha Specker. Out the back, Chad Jackson.
This thing's going to hit the reef a little bit better as he looks for the corner. It's just, it's hard out there at the moment.
But you're right. I mean, they don't have a choice. They're out there. They got, 30 minutes. Yeah. Top two riders are still going to advance on. Someone is still going to lose. So you got to deal with it. And the riders are doing exactly that. Michael Novy leading the charge right now in the blue jersey. We're still waiting for Chad Jackson's scores to drop in and Sacha Specker. Let's give this thing a little refresh and see if we can get that coming down the pipe. So as soon as we get that, we will give it to you. Okay, the boys chilling.
Oh, look at them. Oh, here we go. What's he want to show us? Cut the camera angle.
Explain. We need an explanation.
I don't know. I got the vomit bucket.
All right, here we go. It looks like some scores have dropped down. Michael Novy still in first place spot. Yes, Chad Jackson's backflip came in at a 7.63.
Yeah, I thought it would have been a high score. And I remember we called which one was Michael Novy's or Chad's. Oh, there we go. Nice flip by.
Nice.
That was good, Specs. Look at him. He's so determined.
If you don't know, he's been out there shooting photos in the channel pretty much all morning.
Oh, he's a freak.
Then he straps on the jersey to go out there for a
fierce a nice replay.
30-minute heat. So, Sacha, another look.
Bang, looking for the section.
Oh, nice flip right there from Sacha Specker.
Throwing the landing gear down. I guess, I don't know. I guess normally you probably wouldn't want to throw it down like that all the time. But in these contests, if you don't make a flip like that, it's absolutely devastating. So you see a lot of the guys, had that been a free surf session, that might not happen kind of like that. But at the end of the day, it's essential you make the move because it's either you get a 7 or you get 1. So you'll see the landing gear probably isn't, technically the best way to land a move, but at the end of the day, these guys want to make the heats and they'll do anything they can to make them. And judges probably don't penalise you as much as what you'd think they would. Oh, here we go. Look at that. So much confidence.
I think we need to get a marketing person in there to say, hey, oh no, that's rated R right there.
Oh, we just went to M. That was good though.
So one guy won't show his face, the other one has no problem giving you the figure. So we're gonna have to get.
Maybe they should meet halfway.
All right. So hopefully we did lose the feed for 2 seconds there. But we are bringing you the live feed coming straight from Margaret River on the west coast of Australia for the 2012 IBA Box Pro. For most of it, for the most part, it is a rated PG show. But Reflex Wetsuits, Freedom Fins, Bodyboard King, Slicks and Decks, Riptide, YouTube, and II.net. Currently out in the water, round 3, heat 17.
Yeah, so who's in the next heat? I think Ben and that are out soon, aren't they? That's a stacked heat.
All right, coming up next, we do have heat number 18, which is the 6th heat of 8 in round number 3. So that is coming up next. Dallas Singer, Jared Houston, and one other competitor still out in the water. So Nelson from the Canary Islands unfortunately did not make it. And Aisha Makeham, she is Seamus's sister. She's out here doing everything she can to make sure her brother's out there fully charged and, doing what he can.
Zoom in. Well, I might love you and leave you, Manny, and amp up for this wind and onshore conditions for the Heat 8. And just throw a shout out to little Tommy out there. Keep fighting, mate.
All right, thank you, Kingy, for stepping in. Kingy is.
I'll leave you with Jason Bitzer. So grab your earplugs and enjoy the show.
All right, you are going to see Damian King coming up in heat number 8 of 8 in round number 3. He will be going against Andrew Lester, Alex Uranga, and those 3 will battle it out soon. Currently out in the water, round number 3, heat 17. Here we are, Michael Novy, Chad Jackson, Sacha Specker. Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Bitzer back in the hot seat. How'd it go out there? You went out for a sesh?
Quick sesh was pretty good, yeah. And thank you, Damian King, also known as AKA King of the BS. Good job, buddy. Appreciate it.
Out in the water. Here we go. Bitzer, live action in blue. Michael Novy currently in the lead. Punching through the lip. Nice extended roll right there. Michael Novy.
Novy getting his way through right there. So tough heat for, I caught the end of Jeff's heat right there. He did end up in 3rd. Is that correct?
Yeah, unfortunately, Jeff Hubbard did get knocked out in an earlier heat, and it was Mark McCarthy and Mitch Rollins advancing on to round 4.
They must be psyching. That was a tough heat. It might as well have been a final. But yeah, I got away thank you for that break. I'm recharged, happy. As you can see, I got my bronze zinc still on and some salt crusting. Gas bay was pumping, so I took my little lunch break. I'll starve. I'd rather surf than eat. So what's been going on, Manny? I missed a couple of heats. Any huge action how's this right here? Replay.
Well, obviously, as you can see right now, the conditions have mellowed out a little bit. We do have chandeliering and a lot more harder, tougher barrels to come out of. So we're looking at these bottom turns into big one-maneuver waves. But there are these little sneakers that are coming in.
More ramps than barrels.
Wide open and ending with a big maneuver. So those waves are still coming through, but you can see it's a little wind chop on the outside.
Little deterioration going on.
And we did see a few guys, big names, already crashing down and finishing up this Box Pro as far as getting knocked out. Jake Stone, we saw him. He was the first one to go in round number 3. Jeff Hubbard is another one, and we also saw a couple other riders, so big name riders, not advancing on.
Gotcha.
But
it's the way the cookie crumbles. The show must go on, and still plenty of heats to get through. So we got another day and a half of competition still. So got to keep it going.
But on the other note, we do have guys who very surprisingly are advancing on. Louis Finnegan winning his heat.
His parents are here.
Yeah.
Just saw him.
Yes, and he's pumped. Ryan Hardy, he's stoked. And we do have a couple other riders, and here we are chilling in the competitors area.
Scotty Rigby, a.k.a. The Rig. Flex for us, bud.
Out the back.
Nice little jammer there.
Sacha Specker.
Yeah.
the South African, currently in 3rd place, which is heartbreaking because he's one of those guys that, puts the time and effort into trying to make an effort and get on.
And that's all she
through
wrote.
heats.
So yeah, Sacha put in a really good effort this whole contest, both in the water shooting photos and smoking guys from the trials. So
Michael Novy, Chad Jackson are the two that will be advancing
Little
on.
quick
Here's
replay.
another look of Chad Jackson.
coming off the bottom, nice little scoop. Chatty doing really well. Chad impresses me because he's so good in big waves, and then he's taken out the Aussie national titles before, and I was like, I didn't even know he could surf anything under 3 foot, and he'll just train and smoke guys. So that's actually a standard. I thought it was something abnormal for him, but he can do it in smaller and punchier, not big giant the right in those type of waves. There's a little set. Oh, somebody taking it on the head over there.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we have finished off Heat 17, which was the 5th heat of round number 3. And Michael Novy, Chad Jackson advancing out of that heat. Unfortunately for Sacha, that is the end of his competitive run, but he has no problem. He'll still be out there with his camera in hand. He is the hired IBA World Tour photographer. Yes, he gets to travel the world photographing his friends in the water. Not a bad gig.
And then he gets to win at Pipe, too.
And that's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean,
so
he's throwing his fins in the ring, and he's battling it out with a lot of guys and knocking some big guys out. He won the drop knee event at Pipe. So Michael Novy,
slicks and decks angle from Seamus Makem. Good job. Another fellow deluxe rider.
Michael Novy, is he?
Yeah.
Michael Novy, Chad Jackson advancing on to round number 4.
Good job, Chatty.
So
the bearded bandit.
Currently out in the water. There's your last look of your last heat, the results.
The results, so Michael Novy, as we said, in first, winning by 0.3, and then we had Chad Jackson in second. And this next heat, we're going to be... so we're going to go over into the next heat. Can you just give me a quick rundown of the next heat?
Yes, this is it. We in the red jersey, the South African Jared Houston. He's all smiles and ready to rock and roll. Dallas Singer, he sat here, watched, and now has his strategies